Welcome back to another episode of the Builder Spotlight series, where I break down individual RWA projects in a shorter form format based on important criteria for investing in general, but also for RWAs specifically. So some of these criteria are what the market, the niche is, what the total addressable market is. Also, is there demand in this area? Is there yield? What the team looks like, what that dynamic is, what stage of the project, what stage the project is in development. Is it live? Is it being built? Have they raised funds? Those types of things. Very important to break that part down as well. So today I'm breaking down Carre.ai. And Carre is spelled C-A-R-R-E. .ai is the website. And it's a French word. It means block in English. And they're in the vacation rental niche of RWAs, and they're doing fractional shares of vacation rentals. And what's interesting about that, and we know obviously there's quite a few real estate projects, so I do look at all of these with a tighter lens just because there's so many there, and not every real estate project really justifies the best use case for blockchain or for tokenization. In this case, I feel this project is doing it quite well. And I did meet the co-founder, Alir Bishi, at Tokenize This in Miami. We hit it off. We've had a couple conversations since that point, and I felt compelled to do this breakdown of the project because I liked what they've done. I've analyzed all these things, and I'll get into the specifics why. But even in his case, he's been coding since he's 12. He's had multiple businesses. This isn't his first rodeo. And they have a team of about 8. They have a completely built-out product currently right now, which is also exciting. It's not a promise for a future use case. It's already there. So I'll break that down as well, and I'll share my screen and show you their front end and back end in just a moment. So what I liked about meeting with Alir is he has a very successful Web 2 business that he's had for over a decade, I think probably closer to 2 decades. So he's not a first-time founder, and his technical abilities as well as his co-founder in the deal flow process of real estate is really a unique combination, and their technical team that also is directed by him is exceptional, and you'll see that when I break down the back end of their site and how everything works with getting involved. So what's great about this, and what I love about their tagline, is it's not just about investing in vacation rentals. So you can profit from this investment portfolio, but you can earn yield, which is also an important factor. Like I mentioned, RWA's largest niche is real estate, clearly. Again, not every part of real estate should be tokenized, but this one, they're doing a great job meeting a use case that I feel is in a demand area that I feel is there. What's also cool about this, aside from the profiting, the other side of the tagline is you're able to earn vacation credits. So not only do you earn yield from making these investments, and you can make a very small investment to start earning yield and get shares. So the barrier of entry is only $100 to get started. Of course, many people put in more than that, but it does allow that democratized access to getting into properties. So I really like that part about it. And then earning the vacation rentals allows you to actually use these properties, which are very nice resort properties in desirable locations. So I think that's really important to note. And I also think it's important to note that their complete stack, from the integrated stack that they have from the front end to the back end to the business to their legal and compliance team, which I'll get into in a moment as well, is exceptional. So just starting off, one of the biggest things in real estate, it's all about the buy. Like, it's what you buy, it's how you buy it. It's not just about the yield you can get based on rental income. It's really about buying it right, knowing what you're doing. Really impressed with their deal flow and their front end buy, which is really important to set the whole deal up to work. What I also like is they've custom coded all the front end, back end infrastructure. It's all there. It's all tracked. They even have an order book, which I'll show you when I share my screen. But they've really built an integrated stack that works completely from front to back. And they are on Avalanche, which is another positive. It's a very strong RWA blockchain, as most of you know. So I really enjoy that part of it and their support for the project also. What also I think is important to note, going back to just kind of the compliance and kind of getting involved in this project, currently they have 7 properties that are in their deal flow. 6 of them or 5 of them you can invest in, and I'll show you all these properties. They have 2 that are up and coming, which are desirable locations as well. So I'll show you all that, and how you can get involved for as little as $100 if you want to do your research and that you think this is right for you. But I think what's also important to know is right now it's open to everywhere in the world except for the United States. And I know we hear this a lot, but of course, the United States is still a little bit murky with certain things. They are a US-based company, so they've made very strong commitments to the United States. They do own one property here in the United States. That's one of their portfolios right now. And they are committed to first accredited investors, so they're very close to having accredited investors in the United States be able to participate in this, and retail investors very soon after that. So they are committed to that. I just wanted to bring that up because I know that's a lot of questions come up around that all the time. They do have a built-in KYC. Naturally, it's real estate. No such thing as buying real estate on DeFi. You can DeFi. They have an order book, and you can trade and swap on the back end with your shares. But on the front end, you do have to KYC because you do own real property. So that's where that's at. I just wanted to give you a quick snapshot. Now I'm going to jump into my screen and show you all the goods from the front end to the back end, what properties they have, and how all the deal flow looks. So let's go. See you there. Okay, so now we're on their homepage. It's Carre.ai. And as you can see from their benefit-laden headline, invest in fractional vacation rentals for as little as $100. And you can start collecting rent, dividend yield, starting from day one. So that's really an exciting aspect of this as well. And all of this in the back end, I'll show you in a moment, is really well presented, and everything is completely transparent for you. What I also like is the sign up and login process. It's very consumer friendly, very newbie friendly, if you will, to onboard users because it's a Web 2 sign up, just an email and password, and you're in. And I'll show you that in a moment, how you can onboard through the rest of the process. They do have a chat section here where they have some of their team members online. So if you have questions, you can also chat in right here, which is great. We'll get into the marketplace in a moment, which will talk about their 7 properties and, again, about them a bit more and how the deal flow and how the property management, all that stuff works together. So let's jump into the back end right now so we can take a look more at this. When you sign up, what I arranged with the founders and the team is I have a link set up, or they set up a link for me, which is Carre, CARRE.ai. It's /Travis. And if you use the link to sign up, we'll be able to give you a bonus. They are tracking all of this, and we'll be able to reach out because this is a Web 2 sign up, so you'll be able to connect, and we'll know anybody that signs up through my link. So again, it's an affiliate link. It's Carre, CARRE.ai /Travis. The link will be here in the show notes as well. So again, getting in here, as you can see, my name is here. I've signed in. I'm in the United States. I'm not able to purchase shares right now, so I mentioned that in the intro. And just to reiterate, that is very close. They're based in the United States. Their legal team's in the United States. They are focusing on getting this on board in the United States very soon. So until that point, I can't go through KYC myself, so I don't have that all to show you. But you'll fill out your personal information here, your address. You're going to do KYC. You deposit funds for whatever shares you want to purchase. You buy the shares, and that's it. So it's very simple. The UI is really well laid out. And what's also nice about this is they have everything really clear on each of these properties, what it looks like. So aside from that, you can also deposit funds in the future once you're all KYC'd and set up. If you want to buy more shares, you don't have to do any additional processing. For each property you buy, once the KYC is done, it's done. There's no more back and forth with that, which is great. So in the marketplace, let's just jump into the grid view first. And as I mentioned, there's a total of 7 properties. We'll start down here at the bottom and just kind of work our way up. As you can see, this one's upcoming. This one's actually in Greece, which is a much anticipated property coming online. Also another one coming online in Honduras. And as you can see on some of these, as I'm scrolling, you have available shares and expected return, which is very, very healthy looking returns. And I'll show you the breakdown, which they make really clear and transparent for you as well. This other property is in Fort Lauderdale area. This is a little larger unit with a pool. So this is actually a pool attached to this home. And the other properties are in St. Martin and Cape Verde. Cape Verde is outside an island and resort area outside of South Africa, and Cape Verde is in the Caribbean. Or I'm sorry, St. Martin is in the Caribbean area. So very desirable areas and exceptional properties. So as you can see here, I'm just going to jump into one of them. I'm not going to all of them. But when you get into these properties, you can look at what the share price is, the property value, how many shares are available, how many shares total, and you can look at the expected return. So you see how much they're generating from rental income, what the vacation points, again, profit and vacationing at the same time. So you're getting these vacation points, and there's also appreciation. This one, they're expecting appreciation a little higher. Most of them are in the 4 to 5% range, which is very conservative looking at this. So we have the current expected return based on existing cash flows, which they break down in all these sections. You'll see there. So you scroll down, very similar. This looks a lot like a Airbnb style type platform. You're going to have the address, you see the amenities, all the images, and then you can see each of these tabs here, all the financial details, the order book, so you can buy and sell shares, any updates, all the legal agreements on the property, the LLC, any transfers that have taken place if you transfer shares, your balance, any of the reserve details, and any of your open orders or pending orders as it relates to your shares. So this goes through all your details, and I'm not going to dig into all of these specifics because, again, I'm trying to keep this somewhat brief to give you an opportunity to sign up yourself and look at this. It's much more exciting and better to kind of take in at each one of these tabs on your own, clearly. But once you buy assets, you'll have these assets here on the left. You'll also be able to have all your account details on the left. And then all your vacation points are here also. And you can sell these in the order book as well. So if you don't want to use the vacation points, you can actually sell those and just get yield. So that's also an interesting aspect. You also have your wallet where you can connect, and again, all your orders. If you do sell shares or vacation points, you want to withdraw any funds, that's all right here as well. And of course, they have all the different things with all the things you can learn about working with them. Just real quick, just showing you just one of their Zoom calls, some of their team members. This is also exciting and kind of goes through their background, which is exciting, as I mentioned. So it's something you can check out too. But this is really an exciting project. Again, it checks all the boxes that I see as a RWA project that can succeed. It has the demand, it has liquidity, it has yield, and it has assets that are desirable. And they're buying them right, they're managing them right, and they're able to generate yields that are significantly better than what I'm seeing in other properties, not just in the vacation rental side, but in the fractional ownership side. This is definitely a very healthy return and a team that's committed to that entire process, like I mentioned. So please check it out. If you do your own research, of course, but this is something that I feel does check many of the boxes, and I'm excited to hear what you think about it. And we'll talk soon. I'll plan on providing an update as more properties come online and more shares are sold, and I have updates from the team. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk soon.